Wildfires devastate California, forcing mass evacuations. Price gouging hits displaced families in Los Angeles. Bird flu remains a global health concern. Mpox spreads to new regions with a severe strain. Hospitals in the U.S. are overwhelmed as capacity reaches breaking point. Major strikes escalate the Russia-Ukraine conflict. And a fragile ceasefire in the Middle East faces new challenges. Welcome to Preppers News from Prepper's Paradigm. Today is January 16, 2025. And we're bringing you the latest updates preppers need to know. From ongoing natural disasters to geopolitical tensions and health crises, this week highlights the importance of staying informed and ready. As always, I use a computer-generated voice due to an injury that makes my speech difficult to understand. But rest assured, the information is thoroughly researched and real. California continues to grapple with devastating wildfires, particularly in the Los Angeles area, where the Palisades Fire remains mainly uncontained. Tens of thousands of residents have been forced to evacuate as flames consume homes, businesses, and natural areas. High winds have exacerbated the situation, making containment efforts challenging and spreading the fire even further. Adding to the crisis is widespread price gouging on rental properties, as displaced families struggle to find temporary housing. Reports of skyrocketing rents have prompted local officials to investigate and issue warnings against exploiting the situation. Meanwhile, air quality across Southern California remains hazardous, with thick smoke and ash affecting millions of residents. Preparedness for wildfires remains essential, including evacuation plans and maintaining go bags with essentials. Many residents evacuating Los Angeles had to abandon vehicles and evacuate on foot, demonstrating the importance of having a bug-out bag or go bag that you can carry with you. Bird flu remains a pressing global health concern, with new developments emphasizing the need for vigilance. Cases continue to be reported in birds, other animals, and humans worldwide, fueling fears of a potential pandemic. While the virus has not yet shown sustained human-to-human transmission, experts caution that ongoing mutations could increase its transmissibility. A doctor in British Columbia who treated a teenager infected with avian flu has highlighted the challenges of treating severe cases and shared his concerns about a pandemic. The patient required 2 months of intensive care, including antivirals, life support, and plasma exchanges to survive, illustrating the immense healthcare resources needed for recovery. If cases rise, providing this level of treatment on a large scale would be impossible, potentially overwhelming healthcare systems. Additionally, scientists are warning of an age of the panzootic, where diseases increasingly jump between species due to environmental changes and closer interaction between humans and wildlife. Bird flu is one such example of how these dynamics can lead to devastating outbreaks. Staying informed about health updates and maintaining hygiene practices are crucial. Preppers should also consider stockpiling medical supplies and essentials in case of disruptions caused by an outbreak. The Mpox virus, particularly the more severe Clade 1b strain, continues to spread globally. China recently reported a cluster of cases, marking it as the 12th country outside Africa to detect this strain. Clade 1b is more transmissible than the widely known Clade 2 and has been linked to household transmission, disproportionately affecting children in hotspots like the Democratic Republic of Congo. The DRC is facing significant challenges in managing the outbreak, with over 14,700 cases reported in 2024 alone. Limited healthcare resources have made it difficult to contain the virus, leading to widespread infections in vulnerable populations. While countries with robust medical infrastructures are better equipped to handle the disease, even small outbreaks can strain local healthcare systems. As yet, there is no indication that it will become widespread outside the affected regions in Africa. However, the spread of Mpox reminds us of the importance of monitoring developments and being prepared. Hospitals across the United States are facing unprecedented strain as seasonal illnesses, staff shortages, and resource limitations push many facilities beyond capacity. Emergency departments are reporting long wait times, with some patients waiting hours for care. Non-urgent procedures are being delayed, and healthcare workers are stretched thin trying to manage the surge. Reports from frontline workers describe a challenging situation, with many hospitals activating emergency response protocols to handle the influx of patients. This strain on the healthcare system highlights vulnerabilities that could worsen in the event of a widespread health crisis, such as a pandemic. Ensuring personal medical preparedness is particularly important in light of this news. Stocking basic first aid supplies, keeping essential medications on hand, and knowing how to manage minor medical issues at home can reduce reliance on overwhelmed hospitals. Tensions between Russia and Ukraine have escalated significantly over the past week, with both nations launching major strikes against one another. These actions mark a dangerous intensification of the ongoing conflict, which has already caused widespread destruction and instability in the region. The timing of this escalation is particularly notable, as it coincides with the upcoming inauguration of Donald Trump as U.S. president, raising questions about how his administration will address the conflict. The strikes have targeted key infrastructure, military installations, and civilian areas, exacerbating the humanitarian crisis and further straining global resources. The conflict also continues to disrupt global trade and energy markets, driving up costs and creating uncertainty in many industries. Keeping an eye on developments in this conflict is important, as disruptions to supply chains and energy markets could have ripple effects worldwide. Preparing for potential economic impacts and shortages remains a prudent step. Israel and Hamas have agreed to a ceasefire, aiming to end over 15 months of intense conflict in the Gaza Strip. The agreement, brokered with international assistance, includes a phased approach. Phase 1, a 42-day ceasefire set to begin on January 19, during which a prisoner exchange will be made between Israel and Palestine. Phase 2, further negotiations, focusing on the release of remaining hostages and the complete withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza. Phase 3, implementation of a major reconstruction plan for Gaza, overseen by international parties. Despite this progress, challenges persist. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has delayed the cabinet's ratification of the ceasefire, citing additional demands from Hamas that he claims are attempts to gain further concessions. Additionally, sporadic violence continues, with reports of shelling in northern Gaza resulting in civilian casualties. The ceasefire's success depends on both parties adhering to the agreement and addressing underlying issues that have fueled the conflict. International stakeholders, including the United States, Qatar, and Egypt, remain actively involved in facilitating and monitoring the ceasefire's implementation. Monitoring developments in the Middle East is crucial, as regional instability can lead to global disruptions. Staying informed enables timely preparedness for potential impacts. This week's developments highlight the diverse challenges preppers face, from natural disasters to global health crises and escalating geopolitical tensions. California's wildfires serve as a stark reminder of the need for evacuation readiness, while the continued spread of bird flu and Mpox emphasize the importance of health preparedness. The strain on hospitals underscores vulnerabilities in critical infrastructure, and escalating conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East remind us of the global ripple effects of instability. Which of these stories concerns you the most, and how are you preparing for the challenges they present? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's discuss how we can stay ahead together. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on the global events that matter most to preppers. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay prepared, and we'll see you next week on Preppers News.